Okay, hi, this is Paul, and happy Friday. So, I want to jump into this. I had a great conversation yesterday with somebody I'm working with, Vistage Chair. And if you follow me, you know I work with a lot of Vistage Chairs, a lot of executive coaches, other business owners on the growth and nurture of their business. And this conversation was awesome. And it was about nurturing his active pipeline. And so, what I want to mention here and highlight, very important, is how you can organize your active pipeline and then how to nurture it while you're asking to get on a call, move them through the pipeline and try to close them as new members, new clients, whatever. Because what none of us should be doing is if someone says, "Hey, call me back in January." This was an actual case we were talking about. Call me back in January. We can't not do anything from now until January to nurture. And so let me jump into this. And I want to show you first that where this all starts is you have a master pipeline sheet. So when you're doing campaigns, reaching out, building your Vistage practice or your coaching business or whatever, we all need to have a master pipeline sheet and to be gathering people along the way, double qualifying them, getting them onto master sheet. This is an example of master sheets, a real sheet for somebody. But so you build this out. You can always double qualify it, even though let's say you're doing sales navigator campaigns, you're qualifying up front. People are coming in. You double qualify as you get them on a sheet like this. So this is master sheet. Everybody's looking at this. Everybody's focused on this about how to convert these people. So now what you have in here is I have a tab down here, active inbox, and this is where we put people. This is where I ask clients to say, okay, let's get everybody on your master sheet that is in your active pipeline. I define that as anybody that you're engaging with. Could be you've engaged with a phone call, email, LinkedIn message. There's some engagement, communication back and forth. They're 100% qualified. So this is not somebody you're trying to figure out if they're qualified. They're qualified. You have engaged, not told you. These are people in your active, active inbox. And they're going to be hot, warm, and cold all over the map, but they're active. So now you have this active pipeline. You've identified it, and what's great about that is that we're all focused on it. And for me, I ask this because it gets me thinking about, okay, what's going on with these people? Where are they? Are they stuck somewhere? Are they ghosting? What do you need to do? Get them on a call, present a proposal. Excuse me. Like where are they at? Because then I just start diving in and we start having great discussions. And this is what I was doing yesterday about how to move them forward. So as these people need to be called, down the road and converted and all that, you're calling these people, but it can't be the only thing you're doing. So email's great. They all should be in your email distribution platform. And with emails, you should be having content that's going out at least every other week that is guiding, teaching, helping your constituents. And these people are on that list. This is your blog that goes out, offering all the great things you're offering, alerting them to great things that are going on. You're not pitching with this email, pitching. You are guiding, teaching, helping. So they're getting touched there. And there's a big discussion about how to do email right and all that stuff. Then tagging. I love this strategy. And we went over this yesterday with this chair, and it was awesome. So you have content going out on LinkedIn. And what the problem is that LinkedIn shows your content to just a very small subset of your connections, and 8, 9, 10% if you're lucky. And if the content blows up, more people can see it, but not you don't know if the right people are seeing it. And so the way to make sure that your active pipeline people see your content is you do this. You have content that's going out. So have steady stream of content. Now there's a discussion about the right type of content. It's got to be original content from you guiding, teaching, helping. It can't always be go read this. Here's a top 10 list. Just sharing other people's content all the time, that backfires because that's what everybody does. And it just doesn't separate you from anybody. But that's a different discussion. So let's assume you have great content going out. You go to your news feed on LinkedIn and you click the three dots above, in the top right corner of a piece of one of your pieces of content there, and you edit that post. And then what you do in the summary, so you have your summary of the post. Maybe it's a video, maybe it's a carousel, that you've posted or whatever it is. You go edit the summary, and you then can say something at the bottom of the summary. I like saying something like, "Hey, I noticed these CEOs doing incredible work." Space, or return, and then you mention 4 or 5 or 6 of your active pipeline people, and you just mention them. When you do that, you start typing the name. LinkedIn will populate it in the summary there, and now it's hyperlink, and they will get alerted that they were mentioned in your post. So LinkedIn sends them an alert, and now you've said a nice thing about them. You've highlighted them in your post. So you do that with 4 or 5 people in a single post, close it, and you're done. And you can do that with multiple posts. So the next day or with another post, mention 5 other people, and on and on and on. And so what this does is it ensures that you are giving yourself the best opportunity for your important people, your active pipeline people, to actually see your content. And it's a great hack. Very few people really get this, but if you do that, it's a great tagging strategy. I can't tell you how many times people that I end up on a call with, prospects, say, "Hey, oh yeah, I was watching that video that you did." Well, they watched the video because I tagged them on the video in my news feed. That's how they saw it. So tagging is great. LinkedIn events. This is another way to nurture your active pipeline. You have free tools, LinkedIn Live, LinkedIn events. We all have them. They're great tools. And so, for folks I'm working with, the encouragement is always, hey, have a monthly event going on. This is not a huge time sucking thing. It's not about that. It's about just having great piece of content go out in a LinkedIn Live event like I'm doing right now, and where you're trying to help people, your constituents, and get stuff out there that they can walk away with. And so you do these, they can be pre-recorded, they can be live, and there's tools that LinkedIn requires you to have to get it done. But my point is, if you have this going on and you can invite people, if you're doing an event where you're inviting people, you can schedule it ahead of time. You can have a stream, a pre-recorded event, or you can go live, and then you can invite people, your first level connections, to attend this event. It's a great strategy because, first of all, just sending the invitation to somebody with a great piece of content that you think they might care about does a world of good for you. It just shows them, if they see it, that, okay, this person is doing something interesting here. They're really trying, they're, excuse me, not just, selling all the time. So these events are great. And then, of course, if people show up or express interest, into these LinkedIn events, wonderful opportunity to engage with them. And it positions you as an authority figure doing these events. And again, you're inviting your active pipeline people. They're seeing this going. So as you're getting ready to call them and moving forward, they see an event. Engage. So engaging, I say this is give before you take. And this involves Sales Navigator. And it's hugely, hugely important because nobody does it. Everyone's taking. And it was awesome yesterday, my discussion, because we were looking at this chair's active pipeline. And so I hung up and I went, and afterwards, right after, I said, okay, I'm just going to go look at one of the individuals in the pipeline. And I found her, and there was so much going on. She was very active on LinkedIn, posting Halloween costumes of people in the office, other things. Had a pretty big following on LinkedIn, or has a pretty big following. She's active. Huge opportunity for this chair to engage on that content. She's active. She's on LinkedIn. She's posting creative stuff. She's there. So that was great. And then also, her social media channels are out there. She's on X. A lot of stuff I gleaned from X about her, what she cares about. She's putting out there for public consumption on X. And are they on Facebook? But as you have these pipeline people, find out what's going on with them, what's important to them, and here's how you can engage on LinkedIn. So I'm showing you here, Navigator. So what you can do is go in here and you click on up here, leads. You go in here, and then what you want to do is click over here and create a lead list and call that lead list active pipeline. And so you create that lead list. And now once you have that, you add your active pipeline people to that lead list in Sales Navigator. When you're done doing that, you go to the home button here, home tab, brings you here. And now what you want to do is you want to go here to the lead list drop down and find the lead list you created with all those people in it. So I will just, I'll just choose one here, whatever, I'll just choose this one, building this, couple people in here. So now you have that particular lead list of your active pipeline people in here. Now, what I like doing is I'll go here and I will click on lead share. So this says, I want to see stuff they're sharing on LinkedIn. Apply there. And now what pops up are people in your list that are sharing content on LinkedIn. And here's how you engage. So you just go down, click on view. When you do that, this box here pops up, and this is what they're sharing on LinkedIn. So you don't have to go over to LinkedIn and try to find people and find out what they're sharing and all that stuff. It just pops up right here. And now you can comment in here. And this is the strategy is show some love on the post. Comment, take a minute to read it. What are they posting? And comment. You can even ask a question and try to get some engagement here. And what I like doing is, you could say, I'll just say for this, love this. Again, shift @ sign on my computer. And what Navigator does is immediately pulls up the author. You click on them. Now they're hyperlinked. They'll get notified you're commenting. And so you just click comment. That goes out there. Close it. And when you go back here, you'll see that the one I just was working on has bold. The view is bold. So you've done it. Go on to the next one and just page down and, build this into your day. I mean, really, I'm talking 6 minutes here of doing this in the morning, whenever you block your time, do it, engage with your pipeline list. So valuable, keeps them warm and fuzzy, keeps you in front of them, especially if they're active. They're going to see it because they're active on LinkedIn. So this is a fantastic way to engage. So this is it. So make sure you have a place where your active pipeline is organized, that you know who they are, get them into your email distribution platform, have them in there, make sure emails are going out consistently, tag them on content, invite them to the great events you're doing monthly, and then engage with them on Navigator. If you do this, then you are going to be head and shoulders above anybody else that's working a pipeline. You're nurturing them. And now you're calling them over here, gives you a better chance to convert. So that's it. Had to get this out. Thanks so much. And